The building blocks, they're rot-proof, moisture-proof, bug and rodent-proof, as the cost is the same or cheaper than conventional building materials.
There's a new wave in home construction.
Builders looking for alternatives and finding some creative alternatives to wood.
Many of us remember playing with Lego toys as children. Well, now some builders have taken that concept one step further to design a basic masonry building block.
I love my home. I think it's energy efficient. It's quiet. I don't hear neighbors or car traffic.
It's comfortable, it's quiet in here. I don't hear the busyness of the road and the street. The block system keeps this place nice and toasty and comfortable in the winter, and in the summer it's constant and cool and comfortable. This finish, so you can see this part of the wall, that's a masonry unit. It's, you know, what, below zero outside, or about zero today, and this is still very nice to the touch and warm.
Thinking of building a new home? Even if you're not, this might be something to consider in the future. A home made of blocks.
You may recognize this man, Norm Bangerter, Utah's former governor. His son, Blair, built this home. We asked him to explain just how the new material works.
You lay the blocks, insert the insulation, foam insulation, and then insert rebar, both vertically and horizontal, and pour up, and you go from the very footing up to the top of the walls.
Well, I think that we're in a situation where we're going to be experimenting with all kinds of new methods of home building, from concrete block to outright concrete. I think there are 2 or 3 things driving that: the environment and the cutting of the forest, the high price of lumber.
It is so easy to construct. My husband is who's building it, and I've even come out here and helped. I worked here last weekend, and I laid these 2 walls here. It's about 2 pallets of block, but it's really easy because it's just like a giant Lego set. You do need to wear gloves though.
I got interested in the block for a number of reasons. First and foremost, it's something that doesn't burn, it doesn't break down, it doesn't rot, it doesn't mold. And it's bug-proof and wind-proof and just about bomb-proof.
One thing you haven't mentioned is the earthquake issue. This block's going to hold up pretty well. This part of the house is probably going to hold up in an earthquake, and the rest of the house will collapse.
The other thing that I quite enjoy about it is we live on a rather busy road, and it's noisy, and we just really don't hear anything in this part of the house with this block system.
The most noticeable thing to me is definitely the quiet and the constant temperature. Really, we don't have to, this part of the house doesn't, it has a separate furnace and separate air conditioning, and it doesn't run nearly as much as the rest of the house. And that's heating and cooling both the upstairs and the downstairs. It's very, very constant. I love the stability of it.
You know, interestingly enough, last summer when we were hitting several days in a row of above 100-degree temperatures, we have an air conditioner just for the addition, and it almost never kicked on.
We have a ceiling fan. Yeah. The ceiling fan is pretty much all we need.
We receive some notes, interestingly enough, from the power company, who mentioned that this household relative to the others in the neighborhood is about 33% less in terms of power usage.
I was quite impressed on the product as it was used, and so having that research and at the request of the school district, I utilized this product on their 20-bay maintenance and bus facility. It turned out very well. The building is cool in the summer and warm in the winter.
novices at home building. This is our 5th house we've built in our 60 years of marriage. And we've had all types of construction, stick construction, brick, all kinds. But this, I think, is the best of all, with the insulation in the peripheral walls, which will provide us, I'm sure, minimal utility bills, both in the summer and the winter. And it also adds for comfort, and it is noise-proof. We live on a very busy street, and in the evening in our master bedroom we have perfect quiet. We don't have any problem with regard to the traffic on the street.
We are very happy with home. It's energy efficient and it's very quiet.
A house in South Jordan is being built with a revolutionary new building material. It's a block.
Now, developed in Arizona and tested for 7 years at BYU, the block is now being sold in Utah. News 4 Utah's Brent Hunsaker takes a look.
This block is billed as waterproof, rot-proof, bug-proof, soundproof, fireproof, an excellent insulator, and even earthquake-resistant.
This past winter, we've noticed probably a 25 to 30% reduction in our heating costs, and this is in a home that would be considerably larger than the home we had moved from.
It's amazing, too, the more people that you talk to about it. I have a friend who grew up in Germany, and she said, "You'll love it." That's what I grew up in. They last forever. They're cool in the summer. They're warm in the winter. Another friend said, "Oh, they build houses like that all the time in Florida. It's perfect. They last forever."
It's better insulated. It's more structurally sound. It also is more soundproof, and it eliminates the need for drywall on the inside of the walls.
It went up so quickly, so easily, and everything that we had learned about it is definitely true. Even with all of our windows, we still do not hear the busy street outside. Solid, quiet, and comfortable.
So it's not a bunch of individual blocks now, it's one massive wall. This wall can sway back and forth and will come back to true. That just doesn't happen in any other masonry system.
We saved about 30% over other buildings that we have looked at, out of concrete and out of metal.
And yet it's, below zero outside, or about zero today, and this is still very nice to the touch and warm.
I love my home. It's energy efficient, it's quiet, I don't hear neighbors or car traffic. I think that this is a quality built home and I enjoy living here.